Hi, a warm welcome to you. In the last video we have seen about logarithms, basics and concepts. We understood that logarithms are the tools which are used to resolve complex calculations into simple ones. So let's look at the laws of logarithms which I have applied in the last video to exactly give explanation of how they were using the logarithms. So if you can look at the laws here on the left side, you can see very clearly that what we are doing basically, if we are applying logarithm on product of two numbers, it's becoming addition of individual logarithms. Similarly, if you are dividing two numbers and applying logarithm on it, then it is becoming subtraction. So this is nothing but what enabled okay us to simplify the complex multiplications and divisions into additions and subtraction, simple ones. So let's try to derive this, look at these four laws one by one. Okay, right. They're going to be very pretty simple, very pretty simple, right? You'll be you'll feel very comfortable with them. Okay, right. Let's go ahead and do that. The first one, logarithm of a to pq is nothing but equal to p into q is equal to logarithm of a to the p plus logarithm of a to the q. Okay, right. Now this we have to prove. So I'll take this as m, I will take this as n. Now these two are in logarithmic form. Let me just put them as it is. Say logarithm of p to the base a is equal to m. Similarly, logarithm of q to the base a is equal to n, which are in logarithmic form. Okay, just for your reference. Now convert them into exponent form. What they will become? A equal to p is equal to, oops, I'll just erase that. Don't want to confuse you with that. So we know that what it will become, the definition of logarithm says logarithm of a number is, that is nothing but m, is equal to the exponent to which the base has to be raised so that the resultant is nothing but the number. That means p equal to a to the power of m and q is equal to a to the power of n. Now if you see the what we have to prove, we have p into q there, right? So let's try to find out what is p into q. What is p into q? P into q is equal to a to the power of m into a to the power of n. That's nothing but, we know that's nothing but equal to a to the power of n. If the base are equal, then you can add the exponents. So now this is again in exponential form. Let us convert this into logarithmic form. Now what it becomes? It becomes logarithm of p into q to the base a is equal to m plus n. But what is m? M is nothing but equal to log of p to the base a plus log of q to the base a. That is what we have to prove. I think it's pretty simple, right? We are actually just trying to manipulate them, moving them from logarithm form to exponential form, leveraging the property of exponents. Okay, right. Let's go to the second one. Let's look at the second one. I request you to try the second one. Instead of I do that, I will give you a hint. Instead of into, it becomes, into is division, plus is minus. Simple. See, this becomes, now you have to prove this as division, correct? Now this you have to prove it as subtraction. Let us take this as same as m and n. This is also same step, but now you have to divide them. So p by q equal to a by a power m, a power m divided by a to the power of n. So this becomes minus. That means at the end you will get this. Okay, you can try that one. Okay, you should try. Once you try, then only you will get it. So let's move to the next one. Let me move to the next one. Okay, right. The third one, what it says is logarithm of b to the power of n to the base a is nothing but equal to n times logarithm of b to a. So what we are proving by this is, if you have b to the power of n, you apply log, n will come. If you remember yesterday when I was doing 2 cube into 3 square into 4 cube, see what I did, you will understand now. So I can tell you now, I have applied log on this. Go to the first rule, the, the base is 10, I don't need to tell that. The first rule says this is nothing but equal to log 2 cube plus log of 3 square plus log of 4 cube. That's what first rule says. Now let's move to the third rule. The third rule says if you have 2 cube, it becomes 3 log 2 plus this becomes 2 log 3. Now you can go back to that example and see how I have simplified it. Nothing but I have applied law number 1 and then after that law number 3. Okay? Right. You will appreciate it once you understand this better. Right. So let's come back here and complete this derivation part. Very, very small, simple proofs. Okay. Now to simplify this, I will just take this as p. So I am saying logarithm of b to the base a is equal to p. This is in logarithmic form. Now we will convert into exponent form. That will become b is equal to a to the power of p. Now if you look here, where we have to prove, we have b to the power of n, but I got now b. So let me try to find out what is b to the power of n. B to the power of n is nothing but a to the power of np. This is again in exponent form. Now let me convert this back to into the logarithmic form. Now what this becomes? Logarithm of b to the power of n, a will come down as base, is nothing but equal to n into p. That is nothing but n into your p is nothing but equal to n into logarithm of b to the base a. Pretty simple, right? Now in the same lines, can you go ahead and prove this one? Now I am having b to the power of n. Instead of n, next example I will have, instead of b to the power of n, I will have b to the power of 1 by n. So what happens? 1 by n will come out. Correct, right? Instead of n I have 1 by n. So automatically 1 by n will come out. So you can prove that one. You can prove that. Try to prove it. If you are not getting it, let me know. I will solve it for you. But this is pretty simple. You should be able to do that. I know that. Now you are very much well versed with logarithms. It should take you very little time to do that. Okay, right. Now let's go ahead and try to do simple, small examples so that we can appreciate what we have learned. What is the meaning of that? Is, what is this? Is nothing but, suppose you want to find out 10 to the power of 8 into 8 to the power of 10. Oh my god! I want to find out that value. Okay? Now let me apply first rule and I will also apply third rule. See? Now to simplify this, I will apply logarithm on it. I will say log 10 to the power of 8 into 8 to the power of 10. Okay? Right. This is nothing but equal to, now what is first rule says? If you have 2 p into q, you can write them as individual. So I can say log 10 to the power of 8, by default nothing is there, so it is 10, just for my understanding so that I don't confuse. 8 to the power of 10 and 10, correct? Now the third rule says that if you have b to the power of n, you have the freedom to bring it. So I will say 8 log 10 to the base 10 plus 10 log 8 to the base 10. Now Log 10 to 10 is 1. Can you think about it why it is 1? Plus 10 into, we'll check this in calculator, right? We'll do that. Let me just get my calculator up by that time, so that, okay, it will come. So again you can see here log 8, I can write it as log 2 cube to the base 10. Now this is nothing but equal to 8 plus 10 into 3 into log 2 base 10. We'll find out what is that value. This is nothing but whatever you get here, 10 to the power of that value is nothing but equal to this. So we'll try to find out that 8 plus 30 log 2. Let me just go to the next step here. That's nothing but equal to 8 plus 30 into log 2. I know log 2 value is 0.3010. I know log 30 into 0.3010. I remember, but anyway I will not take risk. I will just get it out. Okay, I have some problem here. Let me see if I can get it up. Okay, now I have the calculator up, so we can just check this. Now what we are trying to do here is we are trying to find out the value of 10 to the power of 8 into 8 to the power of 10. Now you have the calculator, you can do that. Earlier how they used to do is apply log on this. Now the logarithmic law says that this is individually addition. Now there is logarithmic table which will give me the value of logarithm of 2. Now I have simplified this. You can see that I have applied the first law here, then I have applied the third law here, which is nothing but the third one here. Simplified that, it became 8 plus 30 into log 2. Let me check what is that value. So I have to simplify for logarithm of 2 into 30 plus 8. This is nothing but 17 point, okay, 030899, whatever it is. Now how I have to find out this logarithm of this whole thing, right? So let us say if logarithm of that is nothing but equal to x, then you know that x is nothing but equal to 10 to the power of whatever the number you got, right? That should be, see what definition of logarithm says 10 to the power of 8. Let me change the color not to confuse you. What I am saying is 10 to the power of 8 into 8 to the power of 10 is nothing but equal to 10 to the power of whatever the logarithm of this. That you are going to get it, right? Just now we got it. What is that? Just now we got it. What is that? 17.039. 17.039. This is the definition of logarithm, right? To 10 to the power of 17.039, that should be nothing but equal to 10 to the power of 8 into 8 to the power of 10. Let's check that. Okay, right. Now let me say 10 to the power of 17 point, let me be clear here, 0308899, one more 9. Okay, fine. Let's see what is that value. The value is 1.0737 into 10 to the power of 17. Now let's go ahead and find out what is 10 to the power of 8 into 8 to the power of 10. 10 to the power of 8 into 8 to the power of 10. Oops, 10. You can check that. What is that? 1.0737 into 10 to the power of 17. Now you can appreciate how logarithms are useful. So that's a simple example to make you understand how we were doing the logarithms. These are the laws of logarithms. Logarithms are pretty easy to understand. The concept is very simple. Only the thing is you need to practice. If you practice a lot, then you will easily, looking at the problem, you know that which law, only 4 or 5 laws are there. You can which law you have to apply and how you have to simplify. In the next video we will see problems ranging from simple to medium. Okay, we'll work on the problems. It's going to be more interesting. Thanks for visiting. Bye for now. See you in the next video.